Summer starts with a plan, which is always a warning sign. The plan is simple: go to Pierre's, buy the bigger backpack, then go to Willie's, buy the better fishing rod. 2 purchases, 2 clean upgrades, no drama, no collapse in judgment, no sudden attempt to rewire my entire existence through root vegetables. Then I walk into Pierre's and realise he has changed his seed stock, which, to be fair, makes sense. It is a new season, but to me, it feels like Stardew has waited politely until I was feeling calmer before opening another drawer full of knives. There are new crops, new prices, new growing times, new possibilities, and because the shop menu pauses time, I am given the most dangerous thing imaginable: unlimited thinking time. So I stand there, looking at seeds, doing maths. The original plan was a backpack and a rod, not a 14,760 gold farming experiment. But the numbers start moving, and once the numbers start moving, so do I. 252 seeds later, I'm heading back to the farm, trying to work out how this happened. I've never thought of myself as impulsive, which is difficult to maintain when your backpack is full of agricultural evidence. Still, moaning won't help for 2 reasons. 1, this was my decision. 2, where the hell am I going to plant everything? The answer, obviously, is not somewhere reasonable, it is Excel, because if I'm going to make a mistake this large, I at least want it arranged properly. I want the seeds planted around scarecrows. I know scarecrows protect crops. I don't fully understand the radius, so I open Excel and map out my interpretation of an 8-tile range. There is probably a cleaner way to do this. There is probably an obvious way to do this. There is probably a sentence on a wiki that would remove the uncertainty in less time than it takes me to miscount a square. But that is not where I live anymore. I live here, in a spreadsheet, trying to make a farm obey my nerves. The first scarecrow zone takes forever, not in the charming way, in the way where every patch of grass, every rock, every tree, and every clump of weeds feels personally opposed to seasonal planning. I clear, hoe, plant, water, misplace something, correct it, run out of energy, eat whatever I can justify eating, keep going, then notice the time and feel the day closing in. I barely complete the first scarecrow zone, the trellis area, and get into bed before 2 in the morning. The next day I finish the second scarecrow zone, then I water all 252 seeds, and that is basically the day. There are alternatives. I could keep some seeds for later, I could plant fewer, I could say, well, that was a dumb mistake, and move on. But I don't. I convert the mistake into a project, then I convert the project into a routine, then I convert the routine into evidence that the project must have been necessary. Every morning starts the same way. Wake up, water crops, water more crops, look at the energy meter, regret having a body, water more crops. And the strangest part is how quickly it starts to feel normal. Not good, normal. That is the trap. A bad system doesn't need to feel good once it becomes the thing you do every morning. It only needs to feel necessary. The problem is, I don't want to play Stardew like this. I want animals, a coop, cows, chickens, the whole shebang. I want to check the new fish. I want a kitchen so I can cook food. I want to talk to people without mentally calculating what time I need to be back near a watering can. All of that is right there, but every morning I wake up and water crops, because somewhere along the line, making money replaced playing the game, and that is not the point. Which would be a useful thing to realise if realising something immediately stopped me doing it. It does not, because once everything is watered, my brain looks at the problem it created and asks how to improve the machinery around it. So after watering, I go to the mines. I've convinced myself tool upgrades are the solution. If watering takes too long, upgrade the watering can. If the watering can improves enough, the farm becomes manageable. If the farm becomes manageable, the mistake becomes strategic. That is the thinking. That is always the thinking. I need iron, so I mine. Morning punishment followed by evening punishment, all in the pursuit of future relief. The first watering can upgrade gave me a line of 3. I'm hoping the next one gives me a 3x3 square. I have planned the scarecrow layout with that hope lodged quietly inside it. So if the next upgrade is not 3x3, I don't really want to think about that. The monotony goes on for days, with the occasional highlight, and by highlight, I mean a masked creature and a slime administer the beating of my life. I'm too ashamed to run straight back into the mines, so I go home and do very little. Wander around the farm in that specific mood where you're busy enough to avoid admitting you're not okay, but not busy enough to achieve anything. Tidy storage, sell a few old weapons, all the while I'm wondering, I've got to be playing this wrong, or I'm doing something wrong. Then I notice I can craft sprinklers, and if there is ever a perfect moment for the cliche of a penny dropping, this is it. Sprinklers, automatic watering, a machine that does the morning for me. I don't think anyone has ever made a connection between sprinklers and survivability, but that is what they are. Not convenience, survivability. Then the luau arrives, which I have paid almost no attention to. There is a beach, a large communal soup, a general expectation that everyone understands what is happening. I do not. It turns out I was supposed to bring an ingredient. I have not brought an ingredient, and somehow, even in a farming simulator, I have managed to disappoint a room. The finger is not literally pointed at me. It does not need to be. The lesson is clear enough. Festivals are not harmless interruptions. They are public tests with decorations. There is a storm coming, so I upgrade the watering can the day before and collect it the day after. I need to know what the upgrade does. I cannot wait until I'm back at the farm. 1x5, not 3x3. I sit with that for a moment, then let it go. Because 1x5 is still better. Not ideal, not the clean geometric future I had imagined, but better. Between the new can and the sprinklers, the farm starts to loosen its grip. Not completely, but enough. Enough that I can see the shape of a different day. I hoped that meant slowing down. No more racing the clock. No more panic about cash, crops, and ores. And those things do slow down. Sort of. Everything else spreads out. I start talking to people more, carrying gifts, making mental notes I have no chance of remembering. Trying to behave like a resident of Pelican Town, rather than being a man conducting an agricultural stress test at the edge of town. It feels lighter, which I should have recognised as a warning, because I'm in the middle of town, I've forgotten my gifts, and Leah is walking straight towards me. This should not matter, except it does. Immediately, I find the nearest fence, then smoothly transition to a bush, remaining completely still. I hope Stardew does not have any line of sight mechanics. Last week, I was a farming experimenter. Today, I am actively avoiding a woman in a farming simulator, but it's okay. If I tell myself it's progress, it's okay. That is what the sprinklers really give me. Not freedom exactly, a chance to be inefficient in new ways. Without them, the morning is survival. With them, the morning creates space. And when a brain like mine gets space, it starts looking for places to put itself. Animals, kegs, coffee, hops, friendship hearts, requests on the board, buildings I'm not ready for yet. Every option feels valid, so I commit to none of them, which is a kind of restraint if you don't look at it too closely. Instead, I stay in motion, talk to everyone, gift nearly everyone, act like I don't care if I miss someone, then hide from them. At one point, I head out specifically to buy the next backpack upgrade, and almost completely forget to do it. I'm not rushing anymore, I'm just inefficient in new ways. Then the game interrupts properly. I wake up to green. The rain is green. The light is green. The TV doesn't work. Shops are empty. People aren't where they're supposed to be. And for once, the game is not interested in my plans. I can't buy seeds. I can't give gifts. Half the town has disappeared. If this had happened earlier, I would have been stressed. Now, it is oddly calming. New trees have grown overnight. New plants I don't recognise. Things I can't explain, categorise, or immediately use. So I collect them, dump them in storage, and move on. Part of me wants to know what they are for, another part thinks, no drama, I'll deal with it later. I don't fully trust that part yet, but it is there. When the green rain leaves, routines return, rules make sense again, and I drift towards the trout derby. It sounds simple: catch a trout with a gold tag, get a prize. I try, stop, come back later, try again, stop again. At some point I realise I don't care that much, which feels weird. This should be the kind of thing that consumes me. A prize, a limited event, a neat little challenge asking to be solved. Normally I'd spend the whole day convincing myself the next cast is the one. Instead, I'd rather give Demetrius the melon he asked for, hang out in the saloon, notice I keep missing birthdays, then come back tomorrow when I finally catch a trout with a gold tag. The prize is fine, useful, a bit annoying, worth carrying around, which feels about right. It's the end of the week. I haven't made some huge leap forward. I still don't have animals. I still haven't cleaned up the farm properly. I did spend 3 hours making a nice path down to the forest instead of doing boring work. And I don't feel burned out chasing progress that only matters as much as I let it. I have walked away from things earlier. Let days end unfinished. Left tasks sitting without turning them into problems. Not mastery, not enlightenment, just quieter. And maybe that is the lesson I am circling. Not playing Stardew optimally, not trying to beat it, learning how to leave things alone without feeling like I'm failing. So, naturally, I decide the next sensible thing is animals, because apparently I hear a lesson once and immediately look for a complicated way to test it. A coop or a barn, that is the dilemma. Look, I know what you're thinking. Does this guy never learn? But hear me out. Animals are not optimization. They are responsibility, obligation, routine, no days off, consequence for neglect. Unless there is some hidden short-term power boost here, and if there is, I'm going to be annoyed I didn't chase the animal dream sooner. Animals are going to limit me, and right now, a bit of limiting might actually keep me in line. That is what I tell myself. It sounds sensible, and when something sounds sensible, I become vulnerable. The week has been calm, pleasant, a little hollow. I've done nice things, talked to people, taken requests, failed to catch fish for Harvey and Shane, chopped some trees for Robin, gotten used to days that don't have one obvious direction. But calm creates space, and space demands a decision. The coop has been sitting in my journal since spring, like an unwanted task on a to-do list. Maybe balance for me isn't doing less. Maybe it's committing to something that limits me. So I go to Robin's. I stand in the shop far longer than a normal person should. Coop, barn, coop, barn. I choose the coop, then notice there is a 3-day building time. I thought Robin would start today. She starts tomorrow. Fall is on the way. That's problematic, because the moment I make a big decision, time starts moving faster, and the TV has already told me fall might be the most profitable season. I am not fully immune to that kind of information. Taking things slower has left some tools underdeveloped. The farm is calmer, yes, but what if calm has quietly made next season harder? That thought sits badly. The coop is being built, and the feeling I associate with committing to chickens is not joy, it is oops. Not because I regret the chickens, I haven't even met them yet. It is the fragile nature of my bank balance. No cash means no crops. No crops means no strong start. No strong start means I'm behind before fall has even begun, and being behind still feels like losing. I start tidying the area around the coop. If I can't access the front door, that is going to be another issue. Then I look at the trellis area, the only part of the farm without sprinklers. It is only sensible to get it sorted before fall arrives. Anything else would be negligent, so I take the familiar path to the mines. Not dread exactly, recognition. The trip pays off, enough gold for more sprinklers, a fire quartz for the bundle, and then something unexpected happens. The bus stop, the mines, town, back again, fast travel, mine carts. A small piece of infrastructure so useful, it feels like the game has handed me a private apology. For a moment, I forget about cash, then remember someone still needs to pay for seeds, and chickens, and fall. So I grab my rod, fishing might help. It does, just not enough. And if I'm not at least matching the start of summer, then I'm moving backwards. That is not true in any practical sense, but emotionally, it has already put on a suit and started giving evidence. Robin takes Sunday off. The coop may or may not be delayed. The festival costs me time. Pierre's seed money is nowhere near where I want it, and by the time I arrive at the last resort, I already know I don't want to do it. I sell everything. Not a little, not half, everything. I know I'm not exploiting my stockpile as much as I could. I know some of this could be gifts, bundles, future recipes, machines, some unknown use I haven't even discovered yet, but the numbers in the top right need fixing, so everything goes. And Pierre is waiting. Of course he is. It's payday for him. I don't think he cares what it has done to me. The seeds get planted. The coop is ready. I can't buy a chicken for a couple of days because Marnie is never behind the counter when I need her to be. Eventually, they arrive. Valerie, Ken, Grows, and Jodo. 4 small obligations with legs. I have not had a chance to say hello properly because I am already chasing them across the farm. No one told me I needed to fence off the coop, which is probably fair. No one told me a lot of things. That was the point. But as I run around after my brand new chickens, watching responsibilities scatter into the grass, something feels different from the red bag, different from the energy meter, different from the mines. This is not a problem I can solve once and leave behind. This is a routine, a living one, and it has already started making claims on me. By fall, the farm was no longer just something I was trying to fix. It had started producing reasons to stay.